So this is my big question. Why do some people always have to be right?
I know this sounds like a really strange one, but it usually because when you say you're wrong about this, to them, they take it as a personal offense. They see it as almost like this ripping down of their energy.
Yes.
And tearing them apart and jumping on the remains and going, you're a horrible person. So they're not taking it in as everybody else. Now, usually people like this also are narcissistic.
Of course.
They're seeing it as, you just told me everything I've ever done, ever created, ever thought about, ever blah, 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 ever is wrong. They see it as this global thing where you're going like, this one thing that you could do a little better.
Yes, because I do have that bad habit too where I prove that they're the ones who are wrong. Literally on paper, I prove it and they just blow up. They blow up because it's one of those, some people cannot take constructive criticism. That's probably one of the biggest things about a narcissistic is they stay at that age forever. So that age for them could be anywhere from usually age 3 to 5. So the way they're reacting to you is like you told a 3-year-old or a 4-year-old or a 5-year-old you did something wrong. And they're reacting like that, but you're looking at a person who's 20 or 30 or 40 or 60 or 80 or 90 years old, and you're going like, really? And when they react like that, you're like, what? Like, why are we having this issue? Why are we freaking out like this? But someone who's dealing with that crazy energy, they're seeing it as you're telling them like everything that they learned in their life is horrible and they're doing it wrong. But you may be also, in a way, in their own mindset, whoever taught them that, maybe their grandfather or their grandmother or their mom or dad taught them this. And so it's not just you're saying I'm wrong, you're saying they're wrong in every extent of their life, instead of going like, you know, there's things that we could do to fix this, or things that we could fix this differently than what we're thinking. Yeah, that takes so much energy that when you're trying to balance it out with them, it's just like, oh, it's draining.
It's draining because you're fighting against their whole life of doing this. And then whoever taught them how to do that or whatever it is. Like you're not just having this one little argument over, should we use a wheelbarrow or a wagon for this?
Yes.
It's kind of like, which one? They're seeing it as you're telling me my whole life is bad. Like a child would be seeing it.
But when they actually get their hours or days to think about what they did wrong and said wrong, and they actually do come and apologize to you, it's really not an apology.
Because they're apologizing like a narcissistic energy. So literally,
what does apology mean to them at all?
So to me, it's like a narcissistic apologizing. First off, you're lucky that they didn't implode on you. Just FYI, you're just really lucky that they did not implode on you, because narcissistics do not apologize well. They're saying I'm sorry, almost like they're saying I'm sorry that you were offended by this, or I'm sorry
how you
felt that I purposely hit you or whatever else because I didn't.
You feel this way.
I'm sorry you feel this way.
Everybody knows that one.
But it's one of those, like, that's not an apology.
No.
It's not an apology in any way. They're almost like apologizing because you felt this. And it's like, you had the right to feel however you wanted. When I walked over and I bumped her ankle, she had the right to go, ow, that hurt, because I hit her. You know what I'm saying? Like, I bumped her ankle and it hurt her. And she has the right to feel upset by that and everything else. I can't apologize for how she feels for something that I did.
Yes, and I love it though when you said that when they say I apologize for how you're feeling.
It's not an
I
apology.
always attack back like that's not an apology, so you can keep that and you get away from me. And they're not apologizing.
And it is a good way of going, that's all you. This is
like, that's not an apology. Bye.
That's not because it isn't. It's an apology like you would get from a 5-year-old.
Yes.
And or a 3-year-old or whatever else.
You for it
like I'm sorry I hit you in the face. Okay, that's
keep blaming you for it.
Like, let me keep blaming you for it. And there isn't a resolution to this.
Yes.
There is not, I apologize for this, because a real apology is I'm literally saying I apologize to you.
I do have a question for you about that too, because how you said that. How does that affect somebody's energy if they actually do accept that as an apology when it's not an apology?
Sometimes, a lot of times people do, because that's the only apology you're ever going to get. It's the only apology that you're going to get from this person. So it's kind of like, if you accept it as, I'm taking an apology from a 3 to 5 year old child, it is a great apology. It is a great apology, because a 3 to 5 year old child is not going to know the energy of everything else. But my thing is, when you put it back to them and say, I'm not accepting your apology because this is not heartfelt. You're still blaming me for feeling hurt because you bumped my ankle.
Yeah, the type that doesn't accept it.
And so a lot of times when you push it back on them, you're going like, this is your junk that you created, you deal with it.
And how would that make them feel? When we do that, we push it off.
They feel upset, because it's like, I finally apologized. I finally apologized for bumping her ankle when I stepped over her feet. And they're going like, why the heck are you not accepting it? I did the best apology I could. The problem is, though, it's not a real apology. It's not a true, heartfelt apology for what happened. Where I accepted, like, I'm sorry you got your feelings hurt, or I'm sorry, and it's like, now I'd be like,
now we fight back. We're like, no,
we're not taking that one. And so that's kind of the cool part about it, is you're going, no, I don't think so.
Well, that's how it is with Narcissist.
It is. It's the way it goes. We thank you so much for joining us today, and I know that we'll be talking again soon.